Hello. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to my page. I'm Chosen1444 Healer, and I'm back today, guys, to do another quick reading today to see what's going on. Today, October 26, 2025. You know, it's Sunday. I want to see what's going on in the energy, right? The collective energy. So let's get into it. I thought we could start off right now to see what's going on, like, in our current situation, like, maybe, like, when it comes to, like, our finances. You know, because right now, I don't know what part of the world you're in right now. It's definitely like a government shutdown going on. So I know people are probably like, oh my gosh, like, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to pay my bills, right? So people right now, I'm getting right now, I'm probably looking for some like type of financial clarity. You know, you probably right now trying to take your time to review your finances, create a budget, track your expenses, and set clear financial goals to gain control and make informed decisions. So that's definitely what's going on right now, right? Because this is the crazy part. It's like you find yourself like making like good decisions in life, right? Like, you know, probably picking out certain careers and positions that you feel like you're gonna feel safe and secure. Because why? You feel like, all right, it's under the agency, under the federal, under the state. But then things like this happen. Now you're like, oh my God, what the heck? Is it any position in this world that's really secure for real? So that's what I'm getting right now. There's people right now currently wondering, like, you know, how can they probably get through this season right now, especially in the fall and the holiday season's coming. There's a lot of people that's right now wondering about their financial situation, right? And even if you aren't probably one of those people that's in those positions, you know, the other people that's under like government help, like things that's like people that receive like vouchers and things like that, like certain benefits from the city and stuff like that, also wondering how you're going to get by. So that's what I'm getting right now so far. There's people that's right now seeking financial clarity, and it's given right now, you know. Right now, you probably in the energy of thinking like for the future now, because you see, being that the government is so unpredictable, you're currently right now like, okay, I gotta do something in the future, right? Trying to set some type of financial goals, so when things like this happen again in the future, you need to be prepared better, right? Because I'm getting that some of you people probably in this collective probably was not really prepared for this to happen. Which is, I didn't even know this was happening because I really don't watch the news and stuff like that. But something made me just look online, I think one day, you know, I just happened to come across it online. I'm like, oh wow, there's a government shutdown going on. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, I don't work for the state, so I wouldn't know. But you know, if some people that work under the state, they would know faster, you know. So that's what I'm getting right now. So people are like currently in a state of like thinking about too, like, all right, in the future, how can I like be more prepared, right? Because people are probably scrambling for the holidays, right? And it's given right now, like you're probably trying to reach out to these places, maybe your business, you know, HR probably. And it's also given that you're probably like trying to reach out to these centers, like, you know, if you receive assistance, you're trying to see what's going on, or are you still going to get the help, you know, during this time of the shutdown. So it's saying right now, you're trying to improve your communication skills, practice active listening, like trying to understand what they're saying and get your ideas across clearly, and you trying to have this understanding with this conversation with these people, right? So even with the workplace, like you're trying to see like, all right, like, is this like, are we still gonna, do I still have to come in still, right? Do I still have to do this, or when do y'all think we're gonna ever get our paycheck, you know? So there's people right now coming in the energy of trying to figure out what you're gonna do for this holiday season. And it's sad because it's like things like this, it's like what makes the human experience kind of crazy, because it's like what they say, damn you do, damn you don't, right? So it's like you're doing good, but then the government shut down. So it's like, are you really doing as good as you think you're doing? You know what I'm saying? So, and it's good right now too. It's like, yeah, now it's like you guys are probably currently in the energy too of just like trying to figure out which bill you're gonna pay, right? Because you probably got some debt, or you're probably about to accumulate some debt that you might need to owe to people or companies, like whether it's like I said, like rent or maybe like a Con Edison bill. You may have to focus on that. Like, so you're trying to figure out which one you're gonna pay, which one is more important right now during this season, right? So that's what I'm getting right now. Like, you basically trying to figure out which one you're gonna focus on this season right now during this government shutdown. And I was definitely getting called to do this reading about this. That's crazy because I just discovered that it was a government shutdown, okay? So, you know, just try to just focus, because at the end of the day, like, you know, you're not going to be penalized. So some people probably thinking like, oh my God, if I don't pay, I'm going to get evicted, this and this. It's certain things they really can't do. The government know they can't do. So it's like, don't over panic yourself. But like at the same time too, don't overspend. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, if it's things that you need, like such as like, you know, like food and stuff like that, necessities, but don't go out just because it's a government shutdown, spending all your money, right? So it's given right now too. Some people right now during this government shutdown is probably thinking about switching their career, you know, transitioning their career maybe, you know, because now you're thinking like, all right, I'm working for the state, but it's like things like this only happen to state employees, right? It's not really happening to city employees or other like local private companies, right? It's only happening in the state. So some people are probably in this energy of thinking like, all right, I mean in the future, because I'm not going to be going through this every time the government shut down, right? So some people are like basically thinking about a career transition. Like you want to just probably switch now because you probably been in this job for a long time, and I was like, all right, this happens every couple of years or every couple of, and you like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna keep being able to do this. There's some people that's probably never just living off of government assistance are now starting to think like, all right, I need to get a job, right? Or you're gonna have no choice right now but to try to get a job during this government shutdown, right? So that's what I'm getting so far. This is definitely what's going on, right? Okay, and yeah, now I'm getting to that. The spirit team is saying too, and ancestors are saying, start trying to have like a savings plan. Create a robust saving plan, set specific goals, automate your savings, and review your progress regularly to stay on track. Okay. Yeah, so, try to have a savings plan because right now is the time, and it's very unfortunate because it's like, it's the holiday season, like I said, Christmas. People like normally start shopping early during these times for Christmas, but it's given that you might have to have a savings plan or just budget correctly, okay? Or like I said, you might have to pick up a little side hustle maybe or a certain position just to get by this season, okay? And it's given because after that you're probably gonna feel a little better, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you might advance as like in the home financially, whether it's like you do start working and you're not living on government assistance no more. So now you're gonna be feeling much better because now it's like, all right, woo, I can't keep depending on this government. Anytime they want to shut down, my family's not gonna be able to eat, right? Or my bills are gonna be paid. So it's given that once you get into that energy of like saving and try to start looking for jobs, stuff like that, or certain specific jobs that feel a little bit more secure, you're gonna get that career advancement you're looking for, okay? And even if you already work for the state, it's like you still gonna be good regardless if you go somewhere else. So don't let that fear hold you back as if, some people that don't got the patience for that. But it's some people that's already set, already probably was saving and knew for moments like this, So, and if you're probably new to the position, you probably didn't know like how often these government shutdowns happen, right? So that's what I'm getting so far, okay? But yeah, it's definitely a sad moment. We shall see how things turn out. For November, hopefully, they said, I think I read it was like supposed to be for like 2 weeks. So hopefully just about 2 weeks, everything get back to normal, right? So we'll see. So yeah, it's giving that, yeah. So right now, yeah, going forward, you should just, you in the energy or the advice is to start planning for the long term. Set financial goals for retirement, invest in long-term assets, and create a roadmap to achieve your desired future, okay? So yeah, you got to think for the long haul, okay? You can't just keep living in for the moment, okay? Some people actually do live for the moment. They don't think about emergency situations. So I'm getting right now, this government shutdown moment is giving a lot of people in this collective that awareness, that awakening like that. Boom, all right? Start being more prepared for long term, right? Emergency. Because some people probably was like, okay, I got this job, right? I'm going to get paid by Friday so I can spend this. I'm going to get paid this day. I'm going to get paid this day. Look, out of nowhere, something happens. Oh, I don't need to save this because I'm going to get this assistance. I don't need to save my paycheck. And you thinking like, oh, I'm going to get this for Thanksgiving. Now you don't got that for Thanksgiving. Now you got to use your paycheck. Right? So now you start to think, all right, let me start. And God is saying too, the answers are saying, like, start making yourself have an abundant mindset. Shift your focus to abundance. Embrace gratitude for what you have. Visualize wealth flowing into your life and affirm your worthiness to receive prosperity. So yeah, get your mind into that abundance mindset, okay? Because that's the only way you're going to avoid these things in the future, okay? Yeah, like you got to start thinking more like future based. Don't just think like these things don't happen. Don't think that you're always going to be good because anything could be happening. No matter what position you're in, like that fast, you will be down on your luck, all right? So that's what I'm getting so far with that, yeah. And yeah, like I said, the best bet is to just not stress too much. Keep seeking options. Keep seeing like what's going on. Like keep seeking answers. Like all right. Can I wait to pay my bill? Can I be like 2 weeks behind or whatever? Like it's gonna be like right now. You probably are in the situation. Some of you probably are doing this by yourself. So some people are probably worrying right now. Like they can't reach out to families or you don't have no partner in your household to help you carry these loads for your household responsibilities. So yeah, it's giving like, yeah, that's what you've just been feeling, okay? So like I said, you got to just start planning, and then also try to keep this strength, okay? So the answers are saying too is like, try to remain strong, okay? Because you're going to get through this. You have the ability to be strong, and you have the strength to do it, and you got the mindset to do it, okay? Just use your strength, like use your inner strength, your inner power, your ideas, okay? And this came out in reverse, right? Because you've been in the energy right now. Now it seems like right now, you're in the energy of just thinking about it, right? You just home, probably just to yourself, thinking of like, you thinking like you're not going to come out of it, but you're going to come out of it. But it's not going to be too long. It's giving that this situation not going to be too long. So even though it's like during the holiday season, some people are probably panicking, thinking that it's going to be forever. But right now, it's giving that you probably in the energy of right now, just home, just laying down, or just to yourself because you probably had plans and now you're just thinking like, oh my God, how am I going to continue with my plans now, right? So that's what I'm getting so far. But is that you're going to come, it's not going to be too long. That's what I'm getting. And it's the answers to saying that's the truth, okay? Yeah, this is the truth. This is you're not gonna be in a situation for long. So whatever this government shutdown going on, this government shutdown, you're not gonna. This is not gonna be a long time, guys. So for the collective that's wondering, like and this might during this government shutdown, what this is giving that it's gonna be like a death and rebirth. So whatever that's been going on, like this is like normally when things like this happen, especially in society, these are not just what people think it is. It's not just 3D level, like, oh, the government is shutting down. This is normally like a death and rebirth of something in an energetic field going on inside the earth, okay? So whether it's like to shut things down or repair mindsets, right? Repair resilience within people and within the humans, the spirits having a human experience. These type of situations are like to create new endings and beginnings, okay? So now after you come out of this, you either come up with a new mindset or you come out with a new strategy. So normally that's when things like this happen, government shutdowns happen, it's normally like it's made to cause some type of death and rebirth, okay? That's what I'm getting. It's made to cause some type of death and rebirth, whether it's in your thinking, your energy, your strength, your mindset. So now, like I said, going forward, you know not to wait or not depend on it, okay? Depend on the government only. Yeah, and it's giving that right after that too. It's like the government. It's giving that people right now in the collective. It's gonna be people are gonna be helping each other. It's giving right now. So people probably gonna be helping people that need groceries. So you might have like running to neighbors. Or you might see people outside like giving out free like maybe turkeys and chicken, especially during like Thanksgiving season, right? There's gonna be some type of help. So don't stress too much. There's gonna be some type of help going on in your community maybe. Okay, you see that? You said they're giving out cups of flowers and stuff like that. And it's like, it's an offering. So people are going to be helping each other during this time of need, okay? That's what I'm getting, right? So people are going to be helping. So don't worry. Like, people are going to help you. You're going to have people. You're going to probably, even like friends or family, people that has probably in a better position than you are going to help you get through this season, okay? Yeah, and it's giving right now, look, the word call. So yeah, that's what it was. After you come out of this, things are going to be back to normal. So don't think that it's the end. This is giving that, things is going to go into your favor. However you thinking, like, you probably think you're not going to get out of this, but you're going to be back where you're supposed to be. Or you're probably going to come, like I said, better than ever, because you're going to build that resilience and you're going to start making better moves after this. So after you get to go through that death, you're going to come out with the world, okay? You're going to basically, like, things are going to be back in your favor. Things are going to be going good for you after this moment. But this is basically a death, and this is basically like for the collective, the energy, the planet. It's get people back. It's like a reset. It's always a reset, right? And it's literally also outside of it, it's happening all over the world, right? Right? Well, for the parts that it really pertains to, right? So it's like, don't think that, this is forever. It's just made to cause some type of death and rebirth amongst the soul collective, the collective soul, okay? So that's what I'm getting so far. That's the energy right now. People are worrying about the freaking, the government shutdown. And right now what I'm getting to is that, the high priest is, right? The high priest coming. So, you guys are coming to, like, people are probably like, either leaning towards, like, God more, praying to God more, like, and that's why some people are like, you don't only pray to God, you go to stuff. Pray to God when you go doing good, when you happy, when you get something. But a lot of people are literally reaching out to God right now, right? You looking for answers, and it's not that you go to like tarot, like listen to like tarot messages that probably got some type of answers what's going on with this government shutdown, such as me, right? High priestess, like we got the answers, like in a sense that we more connected to God, so we can give you an insight of what's going on energetically, right? Spiritually. So a lot of you guys have been just talking to God, reaching out to God right now. Look at that one jumped out. Yeah, so, and it's giving that too, like, it's like, it feel like you've been feeling like things are moving slow, like the money's coming in slow, or money's about to start drying up, right? So you feel like, you ain't really got too much right now to like even do what you got to do, but it's gonna get better after this death reset. So like you're gonna go through this moment of being dry though. It's gonna feel like things are gonna dry up, but it's all a purpose to it. Okay, that's what I'm getting. All this is a purpose. Okay. So once this government shutdown is over, you're gonna use this time to think about new ideas, creativity. So in the future, this doesn't happen. You be more prepared, okay? Yeah, and it's giving you in that energy of just sitting and thinking about ways to get money, right? You in the energy right now thinking about how can I get some money? What other ways I can get money outside of just depending on this one job? And you know what's crazy? I had a reading before, and I told people like a lot of people are trying to get to entrepreneurship. The season, the new earth is here. Like this is time to have creativity, new creativities, right? Don't depend on one form of income. This is the season of having multiple forms of income because anything can happen any day. Even if you think you're in a position of being protected by the government and a state position employee, you're not fully always protected. Have multiple sources of income. And I feel like that's right now what you're thinking about. Okay? So that's what I'm getting right now. People are in the energy right now trying to figure out what they're going to do this season. But like I said, it's going to be short term. So it's not giving that it's going to be long, okay? So people that's wondering, it's not going to be a long thing, but use this time to actually think about, and some right now, some of you guys probably are like in the energy like, y'all don't want to talk to nobody, King of Swords, y'all like in the energy of like, y'all bothered right now. Some people probably having attitudes, like y'all not even in the mood no more. And normally for the holiday season, people like to be happy and up. A lot of people are in this current energy of King of Swords energy, like, I don't got time. You're not playing with people. Like, you probably give people attitude. You probably being dismissive. So I know that probably definitely happens. Like, you know, it definitely doing these things can switch moods like that. So it's gonna have some of you are in the energy of like, y'all not even playing around with people. Y'all can't even smile. You're not happy. I mean, who would be happy about something like this? So I get it, you know. And it's good right now. You're not even. The God say ancestors saying too is appreciate what you do have, right? So you so focused on that, what's going on, but you're not even looking at what's around you. Like, at least you still got a home, right? At least you still got this, right? You still got certain things and you're ignoring it because you're so focused on what's going on right now. Not to say you can't focus because you gotta be prepared, but God is saying too, like, pay attention because there's things that's probably around side of that can help you in this situation. You thinking that's it, and there's other things that you probably can still get money. Like I said, and it's unfortunate. Some people gotta do what you gotta do. Maybe you gotta get that side hustle. Maybe you gotta during these seasons like deliver, go do some Uber Eats or DoorDash, things like that. Do what you have to do. Ain't nobody too good in this world, especially if you have children. If you probably don't really have to go through all that stuff like that. But people that's like have parents, got families, and people to feed, you gotta do what you gotta do, okay? Because when you start doing that, you're gonna be in this energy of, you know, receive it basically, and people, those are gonna be people that probably gonna help you, right? People that's probably ordering food and you go deliver they delivery now, you getting tips, you getting certain tips, right? Those are the people that's gonna be giving you the tips, and now you like, oh snap, like I didn't know it was this easy to make money that fast, right? So you know that's what I'm getting right now. So a lot of you guys are probably is coming in the energy of figuring out like how you gonna get back on your horse and actually like just get back on track. But it's like, even though this just happening, y'all not even trying to even come off the horse. So that's what I'm getting right now. Y'all trying to still be in this horse, and y'all don't want to come off. But like I said, in order to stay on that horse, you're gonna have to find other ways to get through this little moment. Okay. So that's what I'm getting so far. But like I said, just use this time to build some type of financial clarity going forward in the future and know what to do. Okay. Because yeah, you don't want to let this really hinder you, right? So it's giving that some people probably went through this before. Like, it's because you said this person is carrying this swords, but like this person used to things happening like this. Like, why like you're on government assistance, you used to the government stopping out of nowhere, right? So there's people in this energy that's used to this. So it's like, all right, some people is like, all right, I'm used to this. It is what it is, right? And then you got some people that's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to have to go back to this, and I'm finally in a good position. Like, who would have thought I had to go through this? But listen, like I said, you never know. So just be grateful and be, you know, honorable that, you know, you even could come back to that eventually. But like I said, it's just time to think about other things. Okay? Yeah, so I'm going to end it with this. Yeah, it's giving that. Yeah, things going to be okay. Your home not going to crumble. You see that the foundation not going to crumble. You're going to be happy at the end. You're going to be celebrating with your family again. You know, especially during the holiday season. You guys going to be with your family at the end of the day. Your home's going to be covered. So this is not a lasting energy, okay? So for anybody that's wondering, like, oh my God, the holidays, you know, it might not be as it used to be, like maybe like full of like food or full of gifts, but y'all still gonna be able to celebrate something, okay? So people that thinking that, oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to celebrate these holidays this season because of the government shutdown, it's given that you're still gonna do it. But like I said, you gotta just be grateful for the things you do have. Don't think like you have to go extremely overboard for people and your children not to be grateful and thankful, okay? So that's it, guys. Like I said, stay strong. Just use this time to think, create, you know, take some clarity, get some answers going on, but like don't defeat yourself because like I said, there's things that they still have to abide by. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't put yourself too much in debt. Like I said, don't spend too much. Only spend on necessities, things you need, not things you want. Okay, so that's all right now, guys. If you like my reading, you can give me a like, share, subscribe. You don't have any questions, you can DM me. Till next time, bye.